Thank you, everyone. Uh, to introduce myself, first of all, my name is Som Shekhar. I'm from Wazir Advisors. I'm a principal consultant with Wazir. We take care of productivity improvement for various factories and also re-engineer the factories to improve their productivity, not only in the areas of sewing but also across the all the departments. We also take care of training for supervisors and middle management and operators also to improve the productivity in whatever level is possible. The topic of my presentation would be productivity improvement again. Now Mr. Ram has already spoken about motivation. I just wanted to capture 2 or 3 key points on motivation part, and then I'll go to the technical part of it. We all have employed multiple technologies in our factory so far in terms of machinery, in terms of systems, in terms of technology like UPS systems or various industrial engineering as well. But what we are still missing is a human technology. So which is where motivation comes a very, very important tool. Till the time you can't motivate the workers to perform in the same technologies, it will not be useful. One of the examples that I always give is look at our mothers. Our mothers, they every day they work very, very hard on a daily basis just to see the happiness on our face. If you look at our workers, do they even know what they are working for? Do they even tell them, okay, what you're making today, where does it go tomorrow? Have they even seen that kind of garment being worn by those people and see their happy faces? If we can motivate those people in the same way as we see motivation on others, probably the motivation will be inherent from inside and will be very, very useful. That's one of the examples that I normally give for motivation part. Okay, my topic is productivity improvement. What I wanted to give is go a bit on the technical side and see what we can do in terms of productivity. First of all, to start with, what does productivity mean? Can somebody tell me what is productivity? Yes. Efficiency, yes.
In a given time, the output.
Output, yes. How much can we get out of the workers? That's what we say productivity, right? The 3 terms which normally we use, one is a performance. Performance is what speed of a worker is, how fast the worker is performing. That is what the performance is called. Second word is utilization. How well are we utilizing this worker? And the third word which we talk about is efficiency, which is a combination of performance and utilization. So overall benefit of the worker. So if we are paying the worker for 8 hours to work, how much of that 8 hours can we get out in terms of pieces? That is what we call as efficiency. I believe all of us, most of you must be aware of what SAM or SMV is. So I'm not going to detail. It is basically the standard time to do the operation. So all of us measure here. We all measure our efficiencies here. I assume that because being in OGTC, I believe this kind of a drive has been there for a long time to improve our efficiencies. So we are at 40, 50, 60% efficiency. What can we do next? Can we do more? We all talk about that. Okay, we are 60%. India is at 40%. On an average, if you look at India capacity, average efficiency is around 40%. We have a good efficiencies. What now? What if I say the SAM of a garment is not 20 minutes, it is only 10 minutes? What will you do then? I beg your pardon? No, it is the same garment. I am simply saying that SAM of the garment is not 20 minutes, it is 10 minutes. No, we will do it in time. I am just trying to tell you that efficiency goes to 30% immediately by calculation. We are actually efficiency is just a calculation, right? Efficiency is just a measurement tool to measure where you are standing today. It doesn't tell you where you can go. So 60%, 40%, 50% doesn't make a difference. You can always go 30% higher than what you were doing yesterday. And what we are going to discuss now is how. Sam? Yeah, sorry.
While doing the carpeting grading, you can consider about the SAM value.
Yes.
Mainly, the main benefit we can get from there.
Yes, SAM is basically telling you where we stand today. It doesn't tell you anything more. It's a relative term, ultimately. SAM is basically time taken by a standard operator to do a job. None of us know what a standard operator still is. I mean, I've done enough industry engineering so far in my life. I still do not have, haven't met some standard operator. Somebody will be 99.9 or somebody will be 101.1. But 100% we don't meet. So it is basically a benchmarking tool telling you where you stand. It doesn't tell you where you could go next. So we always believe that wherever you are, you can always increase 20% further. SAM and SMV includes allowances as well. Why can't we achieve 100%? My personal experience has been 97% so far. I still haven't been able to achieve 100 plus. But yes, 100% is also achievable. It is possible. What we are trying to find out is how we can take it further. Speed versus quality. One of the most common debates which always happens is speed. If we go faster, the quality may be suffering. But the slow is not the good quality necessarily. Try riding a cycle slow. Have you done that ever? Going slow on a cycle? You always go, try to balance it. Things go, they're not smooth. Go faster, things will be much smoother. So, the difference between quality and the speed is the faster you go, actually the quality improves. The trick is to repeat it on a daily basis. Have you seen a worker who is working in the fastest possible speeds? They're actually in a rhythm. They go faster because they are in rhythm, not because they are in rhythm. I mean, they're faster, so they are not in rhythm. They are in rhythm. That is why they are faster. They're doing the same thing so many times on a daily basis in such a rhythm way that they are not worried about anything else. This becomes their music. This becomes their everyday job. It is like riding car. How many of you drive a car? You do not worry about anything anymore. You're just there. You can maybe talking on phone. You may be talking to somebody else. You may be discussing something else all the time, but still you are driving. It is your rhythm. You know how to do the job on a daily basis. So repeat in rhythm. But do we notice how many of workers are actually repeating each operation in the same motions? Have you noticed your operations so far? Have you stood there for 30 operations and seen whether they are working on the same methods on a daily basis? No, they don't. Never. One operation to the next operation, things change. They do different motions on a different basis. How many workers have the workstation designed in the same way that the worker has to pick up in the same way and dispose in the same way? Not all. There are some. I'm not trying to say we don't have that, but not there. And as Guneesh was telling yesterday, how uncertain is their next piece? Have you seen pieces being folded on a regular basis? 1 fold, 2 fold, 5 folds? Have you seen pieces coming upside down, other side? Where the numbering sticker is going? Is it going in the same place in every piece? Where the marking sticker is going? Is it going in the same place every time? So one piece to another piece, one bundle to another bundle, are we constantly making the same methods or not? Same motions or not? We do not. So we need to ensure that we need to improve. So what if we improve that motion and ensure that our workers are doing the same thing in the same way on a daily basis? Now what? We are going to do, yes?
All this observation, it is to define the China ideology of that, assembly line. The worker is supposed to work throughout the life on the same function,
Not necessarily. I'm not trying to say throughout the life. Even if they have to produce 500 pieces only, even those 500 pieces should be on the same method. You want them to do 60 pieces an hour, those 60 pieces in the same way. That much we can achieve. I'm not trying to say full time. No, not necessary. But those 50 pieces should be the same way. If that 50 pieces in the same way, the speed will be much more higher, and more importantly, the quality will be much better as compared to doing it slow. I want to bring two quick points here. One is the capacity of a worker. What is the capacity of a worker? Capacity of worker is how fast a worker can work. What we do for this is one of the examples that we normally do in our productivity exercises, and this actually helps a lot for improving the speed of a worker, is we ask the worker how fast they can work. We go to the worker, we say, okay, I'm going to measure you for next one bundle, okay, 10 pieces. Tell me how fast can you do, okay? And that person does certain speed. We measure that and we calculate how many pieces that person can do in one day. Okay, that shows us the capacity of the person. Okay, motivate the worker to produce at the first speed, try to match the day's production to that capacity. But we can't match the capacity. Why? Can anybody tell me why? No, not motivation. While motivation is one of the keys, of course, any day, but we motivated that person to do it for 10 minutes.
Conditions are not conditions are not similar.
Not necessary again.
Maybe we are not feeding him.
One thing is, yes, feeding. What else?
The system is not defined.
We do it for 10 minutes. I'm assuming that those systems are defined now. Yes. Can I say, okay, let me ask you a question now. I'm a runner. Okay, I'm running, let's say, for 100 meters, and I can run 100 meters in 20 seconds. I'm not Bolt, so I can't run in less than 10 seconds, of course. But let me say I can run in 20 seconds. If you ask me to run 1 kilometer, would I be able to do in 200 seconds? No. Stamina. Stamina. Yes. We do not have the stamina to perform at the full speed for the full time, right? So stamina is what? Stamina is the capability of the person to perform at the same speed for the full day, and it is not there. So we need to develop that. So we need to develop the worker to work at the full speed for the full day, and that is, my friends, the key to improve the productivity from the worker level. Okay? And I'm going to tell you how. What we do is, we do short runs. We did it for 10 minutes, right? We did 10 pieces at least. We did it for 10 minutes. We asked that person to achieve the same productivity at least for 30 minutes. Is that possible? So I asked the person that I was running 100 meters in 20 seconds. So I asked that person, okay, now we run for 200 meters in 40 seconds only. Is that achievable? That is achievable, right? Maybe the first time we will be doing in 44 seconds, next time we will be doing in 43 seconds, 42, 41, and ultimately we will be able to achieve 40. What do we do next? We go for longer runs. Let us say 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. So from 200 meters, we reach 400 meters. Is that possible again? May not be possible in the first go, but again, by doing it 2, 3, 4 times, 10 times, we will be able to achieve that also. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to increase the person's stamina to work at the full speed for a longer period of time, right? That is possible. And if we look at the capacity, again, you won't believe me, the capacity would have further increased. But when we did the capacity study in the last day, we will monitor for the first, our target will be to achieve even that capacity. So what we will do next is we will do the full day runs. We will ask the person to run on the full speed for the full day. And trust me, it is one by one operator. It can't be happening for everybody at one time. It has to happen for each of the workers for you. And they need to believe in it as well. So this is where the motivation comes into picture, that you need to motivate that person and you have to convince that person that yes, it is achievable. We need to tell them that yes, you did it in 10 seconds or 10 pieces. You can do it in 2 hours, and then that person can do it in 1 day. Next time, when they are able to achieve that 40 pieces per hour that the capacity was for the full day, next day you tell them you can do 45 also, they will believe you. And they will work towards it. And which is where the key for success comes into picture. So capacity converted into stamina. So where to start? This is how our line looks like, right? We have operator 1 to operator 7. This is an example. We have 50 pieces, 49 pieces, 50 pieces, 50 pieces per hour, right? Where should we target next? Any idea? Straight away 51. Okay. Some people will say 49 actually. Operator 2, yes. Yes? Line output is 49, but which person should I target next to improve my stamina? The first operator? The first operator. Why?
Because all are being able to achieve that target. Most people are being able to achieve that target.
Very correct.
That is the one you should target to increase the stamina.
Very correct. If you go to the line and if you look at operator number 6, you will see that person is working all the time. It is not even stopping. You will not even believe that there is no WIP between those two operators.
Average is defined by the weakest link.
It is, yes. And which is why the line balancing happens. I'm assuming that most of us actually are doing the line balancing and ensuring that the output of each operator is correct. But what I'm trying to bring to you is operators cheat you many a times. Operators play around with you many a times. Why? And it is not something which is unknown to us. It is a very common thing. So what I want to do is I want to give you a very simple example to it. There is one road. It doesn't look like a road, but trust me, it is a road. The maximum speed that a car can go is 50 kilometers per hour here. And there's one car which is coming at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay? Then the next car which comes in has a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. I'm sorry, this is not showing the right way, but the first car is for 50 kilometers per hour. The second car is at 80 kilometers per hour. What will happen? It will stop here. It will not go beyond it. right? It can't go beyond it because there's another car in front of you. Even if you have a car of 200 kilometers per hour, what will happen? It will stop here. What happened? No, there is no jam. The car,
The front is 50.
yes, they all will move at the speed of 50. But what happens then? What happens then? Is the car which is in the last, which is capable of going at 200, will stop anywhere and say, okay, no boss, let that car go, I will have my space and then I will drive at 200 again?
My question to you is all the operators doing the same
Different jobs?
operation?
Different jobs?
Are they doing different operations?
Different job, one after the other.
Then the line is not properly balanced.
Correct, I agree. My question is, it is the capacity of two.
For 450 guys, 50 meters, you need 4 people there.
Yes,
200
yes,
speed.
yes. I'm showing you the answer. I mean, what I was trying to do is, I was showing it to you from this side. This is what we see. When we go to the line and we look at the outputs of people, this is what we see. This is where the capacity study comes into picture. When you do the capacity study, then only you will come to know what is my actual possible speed.
I misunderstood you in the first time also, sir.
Huh.
Sorry about it because it looked very ridiculous. With my saying 51, target 51, I thought all the operators are doing the same operation.
Okay, okay.
And if somebody achieved 51, you set the target at 51.
Correct.
Then they go to 55. Set the target at 55. Don't bring down the targets.
Correct.
But if this was an assembly line which I misunderstood,
Yes, yes.
then obviously first of all,
I'm very, very sorry to be able, not to be able to communicate this point.
Complication.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry. But yes, the point is that this is a line where we have 7 operators. We are doing one by one. And we have 3. So the idea that I'm trying to convey to you is, when you look at workers and their speed of working and you go and do the time study and check how fast they're doing the job, actually they're cheating you. Because what is happening actually is, even if they're capable of doing the job in a faster speed, they pace themselves to come at a slower speed. OT, whatever, they do.
Not working, why should I work?
This activity is called pacing.
2 hours double overtime.
No, I'm trying to tell you, even if they have this capability of working faster, yes,
But they get up from my factory and go to your It is happening. You are not doing
yes. But the idea is that if you look at the line and if you go to the line and see that how people are working and start doing the time study, what you will come to know is that people are cheating you there by working slow. And it is not that they will look like they're working slow, ever. You can't guess that. It is only because what is happening, it's a human psychology. What people are doing actually is they are slowing them down to match the speed of the next operator, the person who is giving you the feeding. And which is where the crux of pacing comes into picture, where we have to capture where the pacing is happening. And how can you capture that? There's only one way to know. Doing a capacity study of each operator, because you can't do a time study there. You can't know even what is the time taken for that operation. So what you should be doing is, you should individually go to that operator, ask that person to perform at the full speed possible, and then do a capacity there. Find out what is the capacity of that person. You get to know. Again, we can take the example of car also. Till the time we do not give this car a free space to run, we can't measure their capacity. Can we?
Brother, we don't have patience there.
We don't
all
have-
want to fight on the road.
Yes,
On the road, we all want to drive fast, but we want our operator to...
exactly. BRT.
Yeah.
It is a BRT. It is like a BRT.
What is happening in BRT?
Exactly. So pacing is the
At the back is come, he's stuck.
right.
Guy in
Very true.
He's a body.
And 2 lanes are empty, but waiting for the bus to come and take it.
Right. So I will request all of you, whenever you go back to your lines, the first thing that you should do is go individually to the operators, ask them to perform at their best, give them space, give them time, give them pieces to work, give them 2 bundles. Tell them, see, these are 2 bundles for you. Do not worry about anything. Do not worry about anybody calling you. Do these 2 bundles at your full speed possible and take that time. And then that will give you the exact time that should be taken into consideration when you are planning the line. Otherwise, what usually happens is, what was the last output of that operator is what we consider for balancing our lines. So what we have learned. 1, start comparing to the previous efficiency of your lines instead of comparing to the balance of the industry. Instead of saying I'm 40%, 50%, 60%, that doesn't matter. What was your efficiency in the last month? What is your efficiency in this month? Is where the comparison comes into picture. And if you're not comparing to yourself, you're fooling yourself again. Second thing which we understand is the same method is important. Till the time you're not maintaining the same method on a daily basis, it has to become music to those workers. Okay, this is the job I'm picking up from here, I'm doing this, I'm keeping it here, I'm picking up a piece, doing it here, keeping it there. Till the time it doesn't become a practice, rhythm, things will not improve, and even the quality will not improve. I've seen it. Faster we go, quality improves. Slower we go, quality goes back. And bad quality further decreases the production. Because the time taken in doing one single piece which is bad, it takes almost 11 times the time doing that operation. So if SAM is 1 minute, you're repairing the piece, it takes 11 minutes. So the idea is to make the garment operation very, very smooth. So workplace design becomes the next most important thing. Third is motivate workers to improve stamina. You need to work with them, improve their capacity, identify their capacity, and then start working with them to produce the same speed for the full day. And last but not the least, target pacing. Go find the people who are doing the pacing and move them somewhere else, because they probably do not know what is whether their capacity is much higher and they are not actually doing it the same speed. Thank you.